Hey, I'm Professor Lawson, and welcome to the First Year Experience Student Success class for fall of 2020. I would bet that if we were all meeting in the same room, that we would have some pretty interesting stories to tell each other about the past several months and just how much life has changed. So, if you are a recent high school graduate, well, congratulations. Your experience for your senior year and graduating and everything is different than anyone else has ever experienced. So, congratulations and my condolences. If you're someone who's coming back to college after being out of school for a while, this isn't typical, just so you know. But we're going to make the best of it. It's going to be fine. And I'm excited to get to know each of you and to learn from you, as well as learning together this semester. This is a fun class. I love teaching first year experience. I'm qualified to teach lots of different things, but this is my choice to teach this class. And this is my 6th full-time year at Lone Star College. I taught part-time just a little bit before that. I also taught in graduate school at Iowa State University, and go Cyclones. What's interesting about when I was in grad school is my classes were huge. I had 2 classes I taught, and each one of them was 200 students. So having sections of 25, that's pretty easy peasy now. But this semester, I have more classes than I've ever had because I'm teaching what's called a triple overload for Lone Star because we have so many people who are coming to campus virtually. So I have 200 students, which a typical load would be 125. So I have 75 extra, or however you want to think about it, students. So again, it's going to be fine. We're all going to be fine. But I need you to give me a minute when I'm grading things because we don't have Scantrons. This is a college level class. And if you're going to take the time to write something, then I'm going to take the time to read it, which is going to take a minute with 200 people. So please don't think for a second that this is high school where you hand the instructor the test and walk out the door and the grades are already uploaded by the time you get down the hall. That's sure nice, but that's not how this works. Okay. What else? Oh, log in all the time. Log in to this class, to all your other classes. Log in. Okay. We open up a little bit at a time so that you don't freak out and be overwhelmed. So that's great, right? Not freaking out and being overwhelmed. The downside is if you just log in, whenever you feel like it, you're going to miss some due dates. And the problem is due dates matter. So unless you talk to me ahead of time or after the fact, if it's something that couldn't have been prevented, you're going to have zeros in your grade. And no matter how you did in high school, whether it was just a few months ago or a few years ago, that was practice. College is the real deal. It's the game. This is what you've been preparing for. So every grade that you do in college that you earn, it goes in your record. Okay? So ask for help when you need help. Go to tutoring online, and we're going to talk about those resources for you. Be your own best advocate. Okay? You are in charge of your education in college. Your professors want you to succeed. We've played the game ourselves. We know how this works. But the idea of being in college is to become a content expert in your own field. So you do not wait around waiting for us to initiate contact, okay? Because we are operating on the assumption that you're an adult, and an adult takes ownership of their work and their education. So I'm just telling you this now, as we're just getting started, that it's a really good idea to stay on top of things, okay? Hopefully you got my welcome letter. I know it's a big honking welcome letter, but there's a ton of stuff to tell you. Read through it again, because I've already gotten a whole bunch of emails since I sent the letter out, and my first response is, well, it's in the letter. Okay? So read it. I know it's big honkin' letter, but maybe just check one more time. All right? And I'm happy to respond to your emails. This weekend is different, right? We're just getting started. Everything's going to get going on Monday. At some point this weekend, you'll probably be able to see our class in Brightspace D2L, but you won't be able to click on anything because it doesn't open until 8 a.m. on Monday. All right? So don't send me an email freaking out that you can't see the stuff, because no, you cannot see the stuff. If you can't see it after 8 a.m. on Monday, then I need you to email me right away so that we can figure out what's going on. Okay? Oh boy. You know, one of the hardest things about this COVID stuff is that I don't get to see any of you in person. And that's one of my favorite things about teaching. Like, some of you would have taken online classes regardless of what was going on. But I'm guessing a lot of you would have taken in-person classes. And I know it's hard. The reason I know it's hard is because I have the pleasure of having my oldest daughter having just finished her first year at University of Texas at Austin. So, and I know I told you already that I'm an Iowa State Cyclone, so we already have a house divided, right? Because UT and Iowa State play and they're rivals. Whew. But anyway, so she just got done with her first year of college herself and had to move home during the spring because they closed the campus in Austin as well as everywhere else. And I witnessed her taking her classes online. Now, UT does it different than we do. They have synchronous classes where she would have to get on at like Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 5 or whatever. And we do not have that. If you saw in the letter, we have asynchronous classes, which means I make videos, I post stuff to you, and you get on and you log on and do your things and get it in the gradebook, or excuse me, get it in the Dropbox before the due date, kind of on your own. So that way, if you have a crazy work schedule, or you're sharing a computer at home with 5 other people, or you have to drive somewhere to get Wi-Fi, or you're trying to work around your kid's nap schedule, or just whatever, it gives you a lot more flexibility than it would if we were meeting at a specific time every week. Okay, so that being said, I am available to you. Okay, this is my full-time job. So the way I have to be available to you this semester, because most of the faculty are not allowed to come back to campus right now, is just through online stuff. So there's a thing called WebEx that Lone Star College uses. It's like Zoom, but just a different platform. And with WebEx, I can meet with you during my virtual office hours, or just whenever you need to meet so we can have a face-to-face conversation over the screen. Okay? So I'm happy to do that. That's what I signed up for. So please let me know if you want to stop by during the virtual office hours. I'll have those posted. But if that doesn't work for you and you want to virtually get together at a different time to talk, that's fine by me. We'll work something out, okay? Let's see, what else? I hope you did the takeaways at the end of the welcome letter. There's a lot of stuff there. I know I said that already, but I get it. There's a lot of stuff. Getting started, this semester is different than every other semester in so many different ways. But one thing that's really nice for you this semester that other groups haven't had in the past is you have access to the textbook for free for 2 weeks. Why is it 2 weeks? I don't know. Why is it not the whole semester? I don't know. But that's what we get, so let's roll with it. I've had lots of people email me about using previous textbooks. So here's the deal. They haven't released what the student textbook looks like that's different from previous textbooks. So I don't know how to answer you of how it's different or not. What they're telling us is it's different. But again, as a mom of a college student myself, I totally understand how expensive these books are. So what I would recommend, and who knows how it's going to work out, right? But what I would recommend is for you to access the online textbook, the free one, for the first 2 weeks. And then if you have your hands on a previous copy from last year or a previous year, then compare the two and see how different or not different it is. Because if we can save you some money, then that would be awesome, right? Now, if you could look through it and you just have to be honest with yourself and you're like, there is no way that I can make heads or tails of this, then you're going to have to go ahead and buy the book. Because here's the thing, one way or another, you need the book, and you're going to need it more than the first 2 weeks. You're going to need the book throughout the semester. All right? I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but it's true. So here's the deal. If you're going to buy the book, we're going to use it throughout the semester. You can then, at the end of the semester, hang on to it and save it for your grandkids someday as a nice memento of your college years, or you could sell it back for quite a bit less money, but sell it back and get some money back from the bookstore. I gave you the link for the bookstore. So you're going to go online and order the book, and it'll get shipped to where you live, which is nice, right? You could also take that information that I gave you about the book and perhaps look at other websites. Barnes & Noble is who Lone Star College contracts with, so you can cross that one off your list because it's going to be the same. But there's other companies that sell books, and I'm not encouraged to say this, so if you found your book from somewhere else, then that would be good too. Hopefully you're catching on to what I'm trying to tell you right now. Let's see. So log in all the time. You can reach me. Go through the email etiquette thing in the module 1, the start here. Please, 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 please think of when you're communicating with your professors that it's like practice for when you go do an internship or when you go get that first job that you're working for, okay, working toward. So by that I mean you're going to say, Dear Professor Lawson, instead of, Hey, what's up? Okay? Because you would not say that to your employer. So practice with me and your other instructors so that you get good at it. In the subject line, tell me who the heck you are. Because again, 200 students, 8 different class sections this semester. Okay? So just don't say, Hey, it's me. That's not helpful. You have to email from your Lone Star account. You can either email from your My Lone Star account, or you can email from your Brightspace D2L account. Both are totally great. Don't email your instructors from Gmail, Yahoo, any of the private sector email platforms, because under FERPA, which is a federal law, we're not allowed to just give out information because there's no guarantee that it's actually coming from you. If an email comes from your Lone Star account, then odds are pretty good it's actually you sending the information, because we don't hand out your grades or any other information to just anybody who asks. That's against the law. And it's unethical because it's your grades. You're going to have some things due on Friday this week. So hop on it, turn it in by the due date and time, look at the calendar on the front screen when you log into our class. It's all along the right-hand side. There's no surprises. The only way that a due date is going to change from what I give you the first day of class is if I give you an extension. Nothing will be due earlier, promise. Because as a student, I didn't like surprises like that, like where you'd show up to class and then the instructor would be like, hey, we're going to have a quiz. So I'm just going to guess that maybe you don't like that kind of thing either. So we're going to keep the surprises to, hey, we're in town, let's go out to dinner, and less for things that impact your grade. Okay? Because I take this seriously and I want you to as well. When you turn your stuff in, it goes into a Dropbox. It's like handing me a file folder across the desk. Okay? It's just yours. If you look at the instructions after you've uploaded whatever you're returning in and you realize, wow, I totally did not do that right, or I missed part of what I was supposed to turn in, then upload another thing, and then in the comments section, say, Professor Lawson, please grade this one. And then I won't even look at the other thing that you turned in so that you don't lose points. Okay? You can turn in something more than once. I would recommend reading that kind of stuff. This class is unlike any other class you're going to take throughout your entire college career. You are going to learn all kinds of things. And here's the deal. You're going to get out of it what you put into it, which I know that's a cliche to say, but it's true. So if you go into this going, I don't want to do this, this is so dumb, I already know everything about it, well then guess what? You're going to go through 16 weeks where you don't learn a single thing. But if you go into it and go, you know, I haven't been a successful college student before, maybe I could learn something new, then you'll be surprised what you come out of with this. Promise. You might even accidentally like it. All right, that's all I can think of right now. And I hope that you all are healthy and safe, and we're going to talk about all kinds of resources for you throughout the semester. But if there's something that you need, please, please do not hesitate to reach out to me or your advisors or whomever on campus, because we all want you to succeed. Okay? this college thing is exciting. It's so much fun and it's so hard and it's so everything. It's it's a wild, wild ride and you're just getting started. And so that's one of the reasons I love this class so much because I get the fresh ones, the newbies, and um, you can just make this amazing, amazing. I promise. So take care and check in with me if you need anything, and check into D2L a lot. All right, take care.